Hi everybody, welcome to my Hillside Urban Garden. I'm excited on taking you on a tour today. My garden is in Northern California. We are in the Sonoma County wine country, so looking forward to showing you today about what we're doing, what we've done, and what our projects are coming up. So as you're going to see as we go through this video, we do have our challenges to garden on the hill. As any of you know who have a hillside garden or any kind of garden in an elevated position. So let's get ready. I have already got my sunscreen on, which we need here in California. So let me get on my hat and my sunglasses. So let's get started. Okay, I thought I'd start this video on my back porch. I'm standing on our back steps. And we're gonna go, the video is going to be for each of the different layers in the garden. So we've got down below, the first, second layers, and then the top up there. So let's get going. So down here you can see, I got a couple citrus trees. We have a Eureka lemon and a Washington navel orange. We sit here in the afternoon. This is east this way, so it's shady in the afternoon. We have our lawn. We have this giant rosemary around our pond. And a beautiful striped camellia here. We've got some daisies and some flowers that have overwintered. Japanese maple. There's our little fish in there. Gotta have a pond. So around here we have our garden shed. And you can see all the different flowers here. Now we have very gravelly, rocky soil here. There's my cold frame there. I've got some seeds started. And see all my flowers here. I love the flowers. We have a lime and a grapefruit tree as well, but I can't wait for this year to have all my different flowers and new flowers planted. Oh, you can see up there on the first retaining wall, we've got the zinnias and flowers started as well. So you can see here on the hill, we have to put up the retaining walls. It's the only way to retain the soil to get any semblance of a nice garden. So let's go up the walkway here, and we've got a nice little, really crazy old wheelbarrow here that I have my herb garden in, so it's right outside the back door, so it's really nice. And my little finds I really like. We have a bird bath here, another Japanese maple. I think this is like a dragon one, it kind of droops down. And our daffodils are about at the end of their season now, since this is the first full day of spring. So up here, so this is our first level, and we kind of started at the bottom, worked our way up. So you see on the top, we're still got things to do. But here we've got our, we got a Meyer lemon here. And here's our raised garden beds. This is where we have our vegetables and stuff. You can still see some Toscana dinosaur kale there. We've got our onions, and we got our pepper plants here, and some parsley, and then our jewel, of course, is our thornless blackberries. Oh my goodness, we got about 20 pounds of berries last year. We make a lot of jam and a lot of cobbler, so we really like this plant here. But we still got maintenance to do. I've got parsley coming up in the gravel. The gravel seems to be like great incubator for seeds germination, so I get a lot of free plants if I let things seed. And we got some California poppies here. Lots of poppies in the garden, just love them. Right as the daffodils go away, they start up. We also have a compost over here. And I know they said not to clean up the garden, so that's what you're seeing here. And here we've got some blueberries and some raspberries over here. And this has got a lot of, also a lot of parsley and flowers coming up as well. I've got the stairs that are going to go to the next level up here. Got a bench to sit, got a rose over here, and actually right here's my little rose garden. I tried to make it a little English rose garden, but honestly I'm having a tough time. But we have a few more poppies there. And up here, inspiration for some of our travels are these olive trees. We took a trip to Italy not too long ago, and we're hoping these Fortunio olive trees will give us some olives to make some olive oil, so I hope so. But in this area, this is a new area here, but oh boy, didn't do so well. I thought I put some drought tolerant plants, but this whole area is going to have to be redone with the proper plants put in there. I have a nice, what I call a masterpiece right here, which I really like. Another bench to sit down, our giant eucalyptus tree. Oh, and some African daisies, very nice. We got iris and lavender. Oh, more poppies. And here is our orchard. Love, love, love. So we've got some Gravestine apples, Santa Rosa plums, and some Babcock peach and Hale, and O. Henry, and some cherries. This is all orchard area. We had to plant it here because it's almost solid rock, the rest of the property, but for some reason over here we had a lot of regular soil, so that was the only place we could plant the trees. One of the back steps from having a hillside garden. Oh, and you're gonna see these all around the property because when I weed, I sit on here. If you're a senior citizen or someone who has difficulty, you know, moving around, get an old milk crate, sit on that and pull weeds. That way you're not bending over. Saves your back, you can rest a little bit in between. Highly recommend it. So here's another area we're gonna be working on this year. We plan to put a small retaining wall right here behind the eucalyptus because that's shaded in the afternoon, and we're gonna put our picnic table there. So we think that'll be nice. We have our grapes here. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We're in the wine country, so the grapes must be wine grapes. No, they're not. In my garden, everything has to have a multi-purpose. So for the grapes, they make a great accent to the garden, but they're all eating grapes. So we have a red and a green eating grape over here, and we have a Concord grape here. And this grape here makes jelly. Oh my gosh, makes the best jelly. I wasn't sure we could grow them here, but we ended up that we could. And you can kind of see down here, I'll kind of zoom in. This is the natural soil that we have here in the hillside garden. Oh my goodness. That's really quite something, isn't it? So we're gonna move up here, and you can see that at the top up here we have our beehives. We really like the beehives. They really help with more fruit in the garden, and they give us just the tremendous amount of honey. Since we're kind of on the edge of our city, so we have a lot of greenery and open spaces and stuff behind us, so the bees get a lot of food. Which means though we can't spray for weeds, so mostly all the weeds and stuff that you see we actually have to pull by hand. Now, we tried to grow some tomatoes there last year, and it was not much of a success. So one of the projects this year, as you can already see them started, is that we are going to be making some raised beds at the top. And I'm going to plant, it's got some good soil there, we'll try the tomatoes there against the fence, see if that works. So we come up the hill, we've got another apple tree. We're getting in the process of putting in some more steps like we are down there, so this is where these will go. We have a walnut tree here as well. There's our walnut tree, and our beehives, and our wisteria. It's starting to bloom. Very nice, very nice. And we can see here that on the other side here, there's the grapes, and we call this our rescue garden. So I love to plant flowers in containers because you can see that we have pretty bad soil. So well, I pull the plants out every year, and then if, you know, they're getting kind of old, I'll put them in here, and some of them will do well, so we'll get some more out of it, and I can plant some new things in the containers, which I do like. Let me get to the top here. You can see my husband has tilled this here, and we're going to be planting some corn. I have a volunteer tomato area here. You can see that I've let the tomatoes dry up down in there. I'll throw some soil on that, and we'll get a ton of tomatoes. We have a dwarf apple tree, and these very used chairs is where we sit in the morning and enjoy the view. We actually have our Fuyu persimmon. If you've never seen those, they are a beautiful, beautiful tree, and you get fruit out of them. And we have our garden shed, and we have a loquat there, and also we have our bird bath there. So, and the reason why that we can stay up here, this is the very top level, and we can view the whole garden from here and the view of the whole valley. It is just gorgeous. So you can see why we like to sit up here and just relax. So there it is, our hillside urban garden.